He gave the world one of the most iconic songs in American history, a haunting anthem that defined a generation. But behind the poetic lyrics and the smiling face on stage, Don McLean was hiding something dark. And when the truth finally came out, it changed everything we thought we knew about the man behind American Pie. For decades, Don McLean was seen as a musical genius, a gifted songwriter whose words captured the soul of America. In 1971, he released American Pie, a song so powerful, so mysterious, that fans and critics spent years trying to decode its meaning. It spoke of the day the music died, of loss, innocence, and the end of an era. But while Don's song immortalized the tragedy of others, his own life would soon become a tragedy of its own. Born in New Rochelle, New York, McLean grew up quiet and introspective. A boy who found solace in music after the sudden death of his father when he was just 15. That loss, he later said, changed him forever. "I was never the same after that," he once admitted. "I felt disconnected from the world." That sense of loneliness would find its way into his songs, poetic, melancholic, and timeless. When American Pie topped the charts, Don McLean was hailed as the new voice of a generation. But fame has a way of revealing what people try hardest to hide. As his career soared, Don's personal life began to crumble. He was known for being intense, perfectionist, demanding, and often difficult to work with. But those close to him saw something deeper, a darkness that followed him everywhere he went, for years. Rumors swirled about his volatile temper and controlling behavior. And in 2016, that darkness came to light when McLean was arrested in Maine after a domestic incident involving his then-wife, Patricia McLean. The news stunned fans around the world. How could the man who wrote such beautiful, soul-stirring music be capable of such cruelty behind closed doors? Court documents painted a disturbing picture of emotional and psychological abuse that lasted for years. Patricia later described living in constant fear, afraid to speak, afraid to breathe wrong, afraid of what might set him off. It was like walking on eggshells every single day. She said McLean denied many of the allegations, insisting that the media had exaggerated the story. Still, he pleaded guilty to several misdemeanor charges. Though he avoided jail time, his public image was forever tarnished. The songwriter who once symbolized truth and nostalgia was suddenly at the center of a scandal that shattered his legacy. Radio stations stopped playing his songs for a time, and fans were divided. Some defended him, saying genius often comes with torment. Others said there's no excuse for what was exposed. Through it all, Don McLean remained defiant. "My life isn't perfect," he told reporters, "but my music speaks for itself." Yet behind his words, those close to him say he never fully recovered from the fallout. In the years since, McLean has tried to rebuild, continuing to tour, to write, and to speak about the emotional struggles that shaped him. But the shadow of that dark secret still lingers. Many now look back at American Pie with new eyes, wondering if the song's themes of loss and the death of innocence were, in some way, prophetic. Maybe McLean wasn't just mourning the loss of 1950s rock and roll. Maybe he was writing about the loss of himself at 78. Don McLean remains a complicated figure, a man of immense talent and undeniable flaws. His music changed history, but his personal demons nearly destroyed him. And in the end, perhaps that's the true tragedy behind American Pie. Because for Don McLean, the day the music died wasn't in 1959. It was the day his own truth was finally exposed.